Okay, let's unpack this. We're doing a deep dive today into a streaming app called FunTV. It's one of those that promises you can earn cash rewards, passive income, basically, just for watching Korean short dramas. So our mission really is to figure out, is it a genuine way to make a bit of money? Or is it more like, a data trap dressed up as entertainment?
Yeah, it's a classic setup, and honestly, the initial signals are really messy. Fun TV talks about daily rewards, smooth playback. Sounds great. But then you look at Google Play reviews, and they're completely split, like 50-50.
Split how?
Half are saying best platform ever, literally. The other half, they're calling it a scam, specifically mentioning that task rewards keep decreasing.
That kind of split usually means something's up. Manipulation, maybe?
Exactly. And if we look at a basic trust metric, Scam Advisor, they rate the domain 66 out of 100.
66? That doesn't sound great for something handling potential payouts.
No, it's really not. A 66 puts it in the medium to low risk zone. And frankly, for an app that might involve your data or money, that's...
Well, it's not reassuring at all. Scores like that often mean they're hiding things, like who owns it, where are they based, big red flags.
Okay, so let's get into the core issues then. What's the biggest red flag independent reviewers found? The reward system.
That's probably the clearest sign something's off, yeah. The reward manipulation. People who got in early, they reported earning like a huge 100,000 coins daily.
100,000 a day. Okay.
But here's the kicker. Current users, they say they're only getting around 40,000 coins per day.
Wow, that's a massive drop over...
It's a 60% decrease. And that pattern, high bait at the start, then slashing payouts once they have users hooked, that's textbook. It shows they're not really about rewarding users long term. It's about getting you in, getting you engaged, then changing the rules.
Right. It sounds like digital bait and switch. So, okay, let's talk actual money. What does it take to cash out? You mentioned coins.
The minimum withdrawal. It's set at 7.8 million coins. Whoa, hold on. 7.8 million. That sounds enormous.
It does, right. That's the psychology. Makes it feel substantial.
Yeah.
But that 7.8 million coins, it converts to just $5 US dollars, paid via PayPal.
$5 for almost 8 million coins.
Yep. Now, do the math with the current rate. That 40,000 coins per day. To reach 7.8 million, you'd need 195 days.
195. That's, what, over half a year?
Pretty much exactly 6 months. And that's assuming you watch every single day without missing one.
6 months of daily watching for $5. Okay, that confirms it then. The app isn't really about paying users, so where's the money actually coming from? Who's making bank here?
Well, it's not the users, that's for sure. It's the developers, through ads. Independent reviewers basically concluded the app is an ad farm. Aggressively so. One reviewer literally said it was, and I quote, slapped with so many adverts that navigation became impractical.
Impracticable, so you can barely even use the app.
You're trying to watch these short dramas, right? But ads interrupt constantly, mid-scene, every few minutes. It makes actually watching anything incredibly frustrating.
And it's not just annoying, is it? It actually costs you.
That's the other angle. Think about mobile data. All those ads loading, playing. Reviewers calculate you'd likely spend more on data over those 6 months than the $5 you might eventually earn.
So you're literally paying them indirectly to watch ads. You're not earning, you're generating their revenue.
Precisely. And look where the real user effort goes. Check the reviews again. So many of them are just spamming invitation codes, trying to get referrals.
Ah, the referral hustle.
Yeah, it shows that referral bonuses are probably a bigger driver than the viewing rewards themselves. People trying desperately to hit that impossible threshold by roping friends in.
Okay, and let's say against all odds, someone does grind for 6 months and hits the 7.8 million coins. Is it smooth sailing then?
Not quite. There's more friction. Withdrawals aren't instant. They state a 7 business day processing time.
7 business days. So potentially almost 2 weeks in real time.
Right. Another classic tactic. Just making that final payout feel slow and frustrating, maybe hoping some people just give up.
So let's wrap this up. What's the final verdict for our listeners?
Okay, look. The consensus from people who've actually tested this stuff seems clear. FunTV does stream Korean dramas. If that's literally all you want, fine, it functions. But if you downloaded it hoping to earn cash, forget it. The barriers are too high, the rewards drop, the ads are relentless. You're not the customer earning money, you are the product making money for them through ad views.
Right. And maybe the thought to leave people with is, this pattern isn't unique to FunTV, is it? High initial rewards that vanish, aggressive ads, constant push for referrals, low final payout for huge effort.
Exactly, that whole model. It's pretty common in things masquerading as passive income apps. So the question for you, the listener, is what other apps are on your phone right now promising easy money, but are actually just using your time, your data, your attention as their main way to profit? Makes you think, right?
Definitely something to keep in mind. Okay, great insights. We'll catch everyone on the next deep dive.